Formula One, the awe-inspiring top tier of motorsport, where we see the craziest races and the wildest battles. But what if I told you that there are secrets, deep secrets that you are not meant to know, that the public eye will likely never see? What if all that changes today? Together, we will be uncovering the dark underbelly of Formula One, diving into the craziest and deepest conspiracy theories in sports history. And maybe, just maybe, we will finally uncover the truth of it all. Before we dive into the official countdown, we've got to talk about a moment that rocked modern Formula One fans forever. Everyone remembers Abu Dhabi 2021. Max versus Lewis in the final epic showdown of the most intense championship fight we will see probably ever. After Latifi's late crash, FIA race director Michael Masi made one of the most controversial decisions you could make, only unlapping the lapped cars between Max and Lewis, allowing for the most epic final showdown you could see. Many saw it as a huge error, others justified it, but many more saw it as a conspiracy. Theory 1. Calculated bias against Lewis Hamilton. Some believe that the FIA wanted a new winner, purely for entertainment. Others saw it as racially motivated. Critics likened it to WWE with a scripted fake finish. Others said Masi took the fall for a much deeper and larger FIA manipulation. Theory 2. Latifi crashed on purpose, repeating Crashgate again to bring out a safety car, allowing Lewis Hamilton to finish safely without any threat from Max Verstappen. This theory gained steam after a clip came out of Latifi's race engineer saying it has to be this lap. Likely, however, this was taken far out of context, and logically, it doesn't even hold. Hamilton was winning the race by a fair amount at this point. Why risk it all, and why stage a crash? Theory 3. Mick Schumacher indirectly caused Latifi to crash to protect his father's legacy, stopping Hamilton from beating Michael Schumacher's title record. Or was it just what Masi later said? A rushed, pressured decision in the heat of the moment. What do you think? Foul play? A fix? Or simply just F1 chaos? Now, let's start with one of the most tragic and emotional chapters in Formula One history. May 1st, 1994, the world stopped. Ayrton Senna, perhaps the most beloved driver in F1 history, died at Imola during the San Marino Grand Prix. Just one day earlier, Roland Ratzenberger had also tragically been killed in another accident. 2 deaths, 1 weekend, and many unanswered questions. After a 1994 regulation change banned traction control and active suspension, safety concerns were at an all-time high. Senna had openly criticized the changes, even saying he wasn't sure if he wanted to race. Official reports around Senna's crash claimed a steering column failure. Senna's Williams veered off track at over 200 kilometers an hour, directly straight into a concrete wall. But the story might go deeper. Theory 1. The steering column had been dangerously modified at Senna's request, but rushed by engineers. Some insiders claim that its failure was inevitable and that the engineers knew this, and the truth was buried to protect pride and reputation. Theory 2. Senna's crash was an unfortunate consequence to a grand protest of the safety changes, a tragic warning sign to the FIA. Theory 3. A political cover-up. Under Italian law, deaths couldn't be declared at the track to avoid liabilities. Some believe Senna was already brain dead at the site, and the timeline was manipulated to avoid legal and financial fallout. So, accident, negligence, or something much darker and deeper. 5. Ferrari threw the World Drivers' Championship in 1999 on purpose. Imagine being so close to championship glory, only to wonder if your team sabotaged you on purpose. In 1999, Michael Schumacher broke his leg in Silverstone, ending his title run. That left Ferrari's championship hopes in one man, Eddie Irvine. But Irvine had already signed a contract with Jaguar for the 2000 season, and that's where the conspiracy starts. Could Ferrari really allow a departing driver to be the first drivers' champion since 1972? 9. And not Michael Schumacher. With 3 races left, Irvine led the championship. But then, at the Nürburgring, disaster. He came into the pits only to find 3 tires available. The team scrambled to find the 4th tire, but it cost Irvine over 40 seconds and ruined his race entirely. Then in Japan, a mysterious technical failure saw him off the pace again. He lost the title by a painful 2 points to McLaren's Mika Hakkinen. Fans started asking questions. Was this just bad luck? Or was Ferrari making sure Schumacher stayed the undisputed number 1? The next season, Schumacher returned, started his era of dominance, and Irvine, now at Jaguar, never came close again. So was Irvine's title bid sabotaged? Or is it just the cruel nature of Formula 1? You decide. 4. The Spygate scandal of 2007. McLaren made a deal. Now we shift from paddock politics to outright spying. The year was 2007. McLaren and Ferrari were in an epic title battle right to the final race. McLaren had 2 contenders, Fernando Alonso, 2-time world champion, and rookie Lewis Hamilton. But then, Spygate. McLaren were caught stealing, possessing, and using confidential documents from Ferrari. The punishment? A record $100 million fine and disqualification from the Constructors' Championship. The biggest consequence in sporting history. But here's where the conspiracy begins. Despite McLaren being banned, both drivers were able to keep their championship points. Many fans thought, wait, if the team was caught cheating, shouldn't the drivers be punished too? That led to a theory that the FIA made a secret deal with McLaren that the drivers could keep racing, but neither could win the title. Suddenly, things looked suspicious. Hamilton bizarrely stayed on worn intermediates in China, causing him to get stuck in the gravel and retire from the race. In Brazil, the finale, his car mysteriously shut off for 30 seconds, and Alonso, despite qualifying well, finished a minute behind the Ferraris. Was this just bad luck, or a coordinated gentleman's agreement to protect the sport? After all, punishing the team without ruining the driver's season keeps the championship exciting and avoids a PR disaster. So, was the title robbed? 3. The Pirelli tire conspiracy in 2012, with Maldonado winning in Spain for Williams. Let's head to 2012, a season that felt like it was straight out of a Hollywood movie. The 2012 F1 season kicked off with chaos. 7 winners in the first 7 races from 5 different teams. Immediately, the eyes turned to Pirelli. Teams and drivers began suspecting the tire supplier of manipulating outcomes, selectively favoring certain drivers. But the conspiracy truly peaked at the 2012 Spanish Grand Prix on Sir Frank Williams' 70th birthday. Enter Pastor Maldonado. The Venezuelan driver, known for more crashes than wins, delivered a flawless race to take his first and only career win for Williams Racing on genuine pace. A midfield team not expected to contend. The timing? Too perfect. People began asking, was this a birthday gift for Frank Williams? Given Pirelli's tire suspicions and Maldonado's political backing by Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez, who was campaigning at the time, theories exploded. Some claim Chavez paid Pirelli off for publicity, exploiting F1's global spotlight. Then, as if scripted, the Williams garage caught fire later that afternoon, and fans asked, what were they hiding? Fuel was literally added to the conspiracy. Theories grew wilder, and Williams never came close to winning a race again that season, and Maldonado crashed out the race later in Monaco. The mystery only deepened. Coincidence or something more? We're down to the final 2, and this one is one of the weirdest mysteries of the modern hybrid era. In 2015, Fernando Alonso made a headline move from Ferrari to McLaren Honda, but when the season opened in Melbourne, Alonso was missing, sidelined by a crash during testing. Strangely, the crash didn't seem all that bad. He hit a wall rarely touched, going just 135 kilometers per hour, 84 miles per hour on a non-push lap. Not the kind of impact you'd expect a seasoned F1 driver to miss a whole first race of the season and to be hospitalized and airlifted out. Yet, 10 years later, we still don't really know what happened. There are 3 main theories, and I'll propose a 4th. First, a strong gust of wind pushed Alonso's car from one side of the track to the other, allowing him to collide into the wall. Unlikely, given the car's weight and Alonso's skill. Second, Alonso claimed a steering lock, but McLaren denied it, and it doesn't explain his injuries. Third, An MGU-K failure caused a power surge in the McLaren that electrocuted Alonso, making him lose consciousness as well as memory. People even claim that he thought he was a kid racing in karting aspiring to get into F1 in the future. This is where the roots of Fernando Alonso, the rookie, came from. While plausible, Alonso and McLaren deny that he ever lost consciousness, and telemetry data has never been made public. I also find it hard to believe that Alonso wouldn't want to expose this, given it would be a life-threatening issue, unless, contractually, he wasn't allowed. And the fourth theory, a sudden medical episode. Something neither Alonso or the team would want to be found out, but it is something that would both explain the crash, his injuries, and the fact that he missed the first race of the season. So what do you think? Was it a mechanical fault, a cover-up, or just simply a freak accident? Finally, I hope you're ready for this. The greatest conspiracy theory in Formula One history. The disappearing diamond in Monaco. This one sounds too absurd to be real, but it is. At the 2004 Monaco Grand Prix, struggling Jaguar Racing was desperate for a PR marketing boost. They partnered with Warner Brothers to promote Ocean's 12. That was just about to hit the cinemas. A film about stealing a priceless Fabergé egg. The marketing stunt? Attach a real $300,000 diamond to each F1 car on their front nose. Yes, uninsured. It was Monaco, tight, slow, and prone to crashes. So naturally, disaster struck on lap 1. Rookie driver Christian Klein crashed a Lowe's hairpin, barely damaging the nose. But when the car returned to the garage 2 hours later, the diamond was gone. No footage, no trace, and the conspiracy begun. First theory, it flew off, but the slow speed impact suggests it should have either stayed embedded in the wall or been found trackside. It wasn't. Second theory, an opportunistic marshal or fan pocketed it, now secretly owning one of the most expensive F1 collectibles ever. Third, it rolled into a storm drain, never to be seen again. Or the realist take, Jaguar kept it, and the whole thing was just a PR stunt. We may never know, but the missing diamond of Monaco remains one of F1's wildest mysteries. Let's figure this out together. Write your theories in the comments below. Let's uncover them. Are there other favorites of yours that I didn't mention? Let me know in the comments, and maybe I can cover them in another video. If you liked the video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more. I'm Jack, and you watched Jacked F1.